Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and I have a very special thing for you guys today. I am by myself, yes, and looking at two brand new GMC trucks, new trim levels. We have a GMC Denali Ultimate and a GMC AT4X. Yeah, so in this video, I'm gonna take you walk around what's new, kind of show you some new details. He just got done explaining some stuff to me. I'll play a video as well when the AT4X interior and the similar things carry over to Denali, so we'll talk about those. Let's go ahead and check out these two trucks because they're really pretty. So we have the new GMC Denali AT4, or this is not, excuse me, Denali Ultimate. See, the badge knows. I may be a little tired this morning, not quite knowing, but the badge knows. Yes, the badge knows. This is a really interesting color. It's like a slate blue color. The lighting is interesting in the studio, so it really stands out. I really like it. I like it a lot. We have unique wheels on this. Let's look at these. This is really nice material finish on this. Nothing's fake. Nothing like it doesn't like doesn't look cheap at all. It looks really refined, really nice. I'm not really a big wheel guy, but man, that looks really sharp. And then we have some Bridgestones on here. But I really want to show the front. So this is a whole new grille in the front. And look at the styling here. This is like a brushed metal, but I swear it looks color matched in this light. It's not body color matched, but I swear it does. And it's not blacked out either. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a brushed chrome look to it. I like, not chrome, but it's just really cool. That's all I gotta say. It's really cool. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'll put some information down below, or I'll interrupt this video and tell you what it is. But it's a very nice material, so you don't have to black it out, right? So it doesn't stand out. You don't have to have that black lettering. It just flows really well on that bumper. And then we have new lighting signature here, a little different design, right? And then we have the fog lamps removed down to incorporate the sensors, because standard Super Cruise. So you have more sensors on this. So this truck will drive itself in certain road conditions. Like if the road's mapped, if you have everything clean, you see everything, yeah, drives itself. Pretty cool. And then we have the chrome there. You can see really the difference. You can see like this like brushed kind of chrome, and then we have the brighter chrome there. Chrome tow hooks. I do like the fog lamps. The fog lamps, you know, are built, looks like they're really built in, really good design. And we have kind of a two-piece bumper here. This is steel. And so this is great because this is the part usually you hit quite a bit, and this is more of a plastic here, so you don't have to worry about damaging this steel bumper. You have the steel where you need it, and you drop the weight where you don't. Coming around the side, again, we have the Ultimate 6.2. So this comes in one cab configuration, crew cab, 500-foot bed, short bed. It comes in 6.2 in a 3-liter diesel, which is an amazing engine. The AT4 comes through with a 6.2. We'll talk about that more in a minute. As we come around here, I'm going to open these doors up. So everything you see is standard, and there's one spot that is still pre-production. Everything's standard. I really like this brown. I really like this cross stitching here. So this is a neat cross stitching, and then this stitches here. So this piece goes up and then this stitches here. So really a nice look here. And this is real wood. Real wood. I have a Bose stereo system, which is really kind of funny over here. I have my speakers bigger than your speaker situation going on with this Denali Ultimate, and we have the Denali Ultimate here. Now this has the GPS coordinates for Denali because they have made a map, topographical map here of Denali, and you can kind of see here too. That's what this is, and it's on the badge as well, which is just pretty darn cool. So behind here is the Denali mountain. Yeah, just kind of a cool touch. I really like it. I don't think this color is like purple or blue or, man, it's sweet. Big fan of that. This is pretty interesting. So we have a chrome piece on the floor mat, and I swear it feels really solid. And it has a nice embossment of GMC there. It's just premium, you know, but I really like that. And then we have the Ultimate here, and we have, again, Denali coordinates, topographical map behind here. And then we have something really cool. Have powered seat, 16-way adjustable powered seat, but massaging seats as well. So you can get a massage in your truck. So look at this. We have the topographical map there, Ultimate there, and this doesn't really bug you when you're inside the truck. Bug you, but need more coffee apparently. Anyways, so this is really nice looking, and double stitching here, the stitching here, and then this, you can see this reinforced part here, and all the stitching helps you with wear and tear when you're getting in and out of the truck, not to you know, damage this part of the seat, because this is normally where you have the wear and tear at. And we have a grab handle here, but the grab handle is going to have leather on it. So this will have leather on it. This is not finished, pre-production. So I'm imagining it's going to be like this on this, so it look really good. Power folding running, or power running boards. Hopping in. And then this is the big news. This looks fantastic. So we have engine start stop. This is going to be standard on Denali and on the AT4X, or Denali Ultimate AT4X. Different, you have a little round button, SLE and SLT. I hit this twice. We can load up screen. Oh, I'll show you the screen on the other one. Okay, so got all this done. This here is part of the Super Cruise system. You can see this is a camera here that watches your eyes. This will turn green when you're ready for Super Cruise. And then there's an option here, a little way over to settings, display layout. And I'll show this on the AT4, but I want to show this here too. I can do a classic layout. Let me shut this door. Okay, there you go. And then we'll go progressive. We'll go digital. That's like the old, this is like the older style where it had the 2 boxes of analog gauges. And then we'll go clean. And clean is, boom, just that. Nothing else you need, nothing you don't need. I really like that. I really like this. So there you go. Those are, and then you have different drive modes over here, right? Drive modes, auto 4-wheel drive still exists. The lights here, and then we have the trailer brake controller. They moved it, which is interesting. They moved it over here because they figured people couldn't find it over here. It just didn't really make sense. And so your more odds are more you're gonna use it when it's over here. We have a column shifter, or console shifter. I was thinking column when I said that, because you usually have the column here, console here. What they found was, even though people like this, it just, well, you know what it is? It just says old school to the people there at the clinics. It just felt like it was 3 in a tree, older technology, and I can tell you, after driving GM products for a long time, a little clunky when you put stuff in gear with that console or column shifter. God, I'm getting that wrong today. With that column shifter, things were a little clunky when you put stuff in gear. I didn't mind it, but I can see where if you want to make it this more of a premium luxury kind of brand and luxury truck, it's got to be a console shifter, just the way it is these days. And so we have this setup here, which is really cool. You can sign into Google, which this is where it says driver. It's signed into Google. It'll pull up your apps, pull up stuff, certain Google apps. And then you can flip through the settings and flip through like phone and camera and all the stuff going on. And then, yeah, I told you, really cool design studio I'm in. But we have these different cameras, and the cameras look really good too. And then this is going to be a 65-35 split, and looks really good. And then there's you can go through here and go through different settings. And then I really like that clock. Now that says premium to me. There is a daytime mode. I'll allude to that in another video. Pre-production didn't quite work the way I wanted to, but there's a daytime mode, nighttime mode, and there's auto mode. So it'll detect the light in your cabin and adjust the way the screen looks on different lighting situations. I can tell you for myself, I always put things in night mode because I like the black, no matter during the day, just my personal preference. And this looks just beautiful. This is, all right, look. I got Timisms on this channel. Gotta get used to it. My biggest Timism was on the Denali before. They had a Denali black package, and they had different Denali packages, but the Denali before had really cheap looking and just weren't very good looking knobs. They've done a lot of work here, and I'm talking to the designer about this. They've done a lot of work to improve this. Nice tactile feel. It's not like, it doesn't look cheap chrome at all. It blends in nicely. It just looks really good. Still piano keys going on. This is a standard GM thing, which I'm fine with. It looks really good. And then we have the, this is gonna be your cell phone charger here. We have a little slot here, and then another tray here. They thought about moving the cell phone charger there, but then you're going around the console to get to it. So it's just, this makes a lot more sense, feels more natural. And then let's do the test. I have my phone on me. Let's take the phone. And yeah, so it fits in pretty good. I do like it. And so, oh, and wireless charging. It's charging right now too. So we have this shifter here. We have some nice cup holders like they've always had. This IP is, or this, I'm gonna say IP, this center console is all built into one. We'll talk more about that when we get to AT4. And then over there, I'm gonna take my camera over, and you can see that's the Denali there. There's on the trim. Well, maybe, you know, maybe I just get out and go over there. That way you guys can see it, because It looks pretty cool. Let's go check it out. Stop talking to me. Turn that off. Okay, so we're on the side. And then I should talk about this in the rear seats. Again, we have the wood, but we have USBs back here. We have heated and cooled seats, and we have vents back here too, which is really nice for the rear seat passengers to have all that stuff back there. And then we have I can hide stuff in my truck you can't, right there. And we have a little bit of storage underneath the seat. And we have a flat loading floor back here too. So this is flat loading. This, you have a pretty good amount of space there, here, and then some storage there. I don't know if, you know, maybe this might be optional there, I don't know, but to me it looks pretty good. And then that comes down somehow. I'll figure that out in a minute. All right, so we come around the sides. Carbon Pro bed is standard. All right, so this is a really hardy material. Good luck damaging it, good luck scraping it. I went to the plant tour for that, and they were like two guys with a Sawzall and a chisel trying to get that thing separated. It is that strong. On the back, we have that same, again, it's not body color match, but I swear to God it is. Look how close that is on the look, and I really like that overall design. Come around the sides. Denali. Yeah, I wanted to see this. Yeah, you can see the engravement here. The lighting may not be good to see this on camera on your video screen, but man, it looks really sharp. And then the glove box has been changed. There was like a latch here that just looked, well, frankly, looked goofy. So we have a new one here. Looks a lot better, and we have double stitching there, so big fan of that. A little bit of storage here still, right? So just overall interior changes have been done on the Ultimate. Let's go ahead and talk about this AT4X. I'm gonna do the exterior, then I have the interior designer talking about some interior stuff. I'll play that video. But this guy, and there's one nugget I found out that it's really kind of cool. So let's check this out. So this is AT4X, so all the capability of an AT4, just better. So we have a new grill setup, new grill design, and we have right here, this is a washer for the camera. So if you've ever off-roaded, we have these new front cameras that are really cool because they show you, and if you've ever seen like we call it a sky view, top of a hill, this camera points down so you can see what's down in front of you as you're driving. Really, really handy. However, really, really dusty. And when cameras get dusty, like I don't think I have anything on my camera, they don't work well. So good to have a little sprayer go across, clean this off, that way you can keep that camera working so you don't have to come out every time with a rag and wipe off your camera. Big fan of that. We have red tow hooks right here. Looking at you, Toyota, we have tow hooks. We have the round here, which is nice gloss black. AT4 badging here, AT4X badging built into the grille, which is a really cool look. I like that. We have the new lights. These are a little bit different than the Denali, but for me, about the same. GMC here, right? And then we have the fog lamps, and then we have a little bit of plastic for the airflow going through the sides. This will help keep the aerodynamics nice. So interestingly enough on this is that we have the new DSSV dampening system, the Multimatic that's in this Colorado ZR2 is on this truck, so it should ride really well off-road. But one of the interesting things I thought was about this Wrangler Goodyear tires and this nice wheel is that we do have a cloth wheel well liner. And talking to the off-road guy, he was like, he goes, yeah, he goes, plastic looks probably a little better because these actually dampen the sound really nice. Hitting rock stuff dampens sound, and they're easy to clean. Little spray power wash, dirt comes out pretty easily, which is what my concern was. So I liking that. I like the idea that they thought that one through. And then this is an accessory that's not quite done yet, but it's an accessory you can buy with a rocker rail, and it's built tight to the truck, but they flatten this out a little bit so you actually can use it to step in, which is nice. Usually these rock rails are like round, you can't use it to step in, they get slippery, so they have that set up there. And then before I get into the cabin, I want to show you something in the bed, which I thought was pretty cool. So you can see that Multimatic, that's that new suspension system. And there's a whole, I have a bunch of videos on that as well. But one of the things you'll notice is we don't have any exhaust ports here. So see them over here? Okay. The exhaust ports over here, we don't. And the reason why was they were off-roading this in Moab, they kept beating those exhaust ports out. They kept getting shrunk because it kept hitting stuff. So he said in this case, what they did was they actually put it behind the bumper. So Russ, check it out. It's right there. It dumps right below the bumper, so you're not going to smash that. And then we still have the rear shock is still lower than the pumpkin. That's been a criticism of GM for a long time, but you know, it's just a matter of that shock goes into the bed, so you really don't have many choices. You have to have something there to be able to stop that from, you still want to travel, so just a placement issue. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the truck. Oh, and we have AT4X badging there and no carbon fiber here. And we have the AT4X built in there. And then I wanted to see, okay, maybe before we get in the truck, I want to see what's underneath this thing. It's all clean. Let's take a look. Okay, so we have a skid plate up there underneath the engine, aluminum skid plate. And we have a skid plate there below the transfer case. And a gas tank back there. So, pretty clean inside. Clean overall. Huh. Looks pretty good.
So we have Multimatic DSSV dampers, all four corners, that we've developed off-road with. You've seen in the past with the Chevy ZR2s. We took the technology we learned from those and adapted it to the AT4X here. In addition, we have terrain mode. If you're familiar with that, it's kind of a one-pedal driving experience. With the AT4X, we've now incorporated terrain mode into 4-low. That's the first time that's available in 4-low.
Okay.
So when you're truly aggressively rock crawling over big obstacles, logs, it gives you super precise control of wheel placement and vehicle speed. You can literally climb over a log with 1 foot on the gas and never touch the brake pedal. You don't have to 2-foot it to prevent it from slamming down. It's really, really neat.
Oh, you mean you just don't send it?
Yeah, you don't send it.
Okay, good.
If you do, we have an upgraded transfer case skid plate underneath there to catch it. The rock rails that we talked about, we have the Wrangler Duratrax carryover from the AT4 that have been a great proven off-road tire for us. So a lot of technology here. In addition, the biggest one, but another big one, front and rear e-lockers are available, or standard on the AT4X.
And is that customer controlled, where is the buttons at the cabin? Okay.
Buttons are in the piano.
So it's not the same G80 you had?
It's not a G80.
Okay.
They are electronic locking differentials controlled by the customer. Very similar strategy to the Colorado ZR2 with locking speeds. If you're in normal mode, the rear will automatically unlock above a certain speed. If you go into off-road mode, it will stay locked to VMAX.
That's a good example, kind of the welcome animations.
Look at that.
Wash across the screens.
Mm-hmm. So we have custom welcome animations for Denali AT4, and also you would have seen them on Denali Ultimate.
Change.
Oh, so that changes as you go through. Okay. And we still got auto 4-wheel drive, which is a big hit. Oh, and we have the jellyfish launcher. Very cool. I said that in the video, and people were like, "What?" I'm like, "Not on Facebook, man." I said that's all over Facebook. This right here, folks, what I'm talking about. This button right there.
Which one?
Looks like a jellyfish launcher.
Oh, gotcha.
You've never.
The cargo light?
Yeah, it looks like a jellyfish flying. All right, and then we had this nice. Oh, this was home anyways, but.
I don't know if you guys mentioned this in the last one with the Google built in here, that if you have a 3-year subscriptions with the AT4 and up, so we do give a customer the 3-year.
Oh, that's cool.
Right up front.
So Tim, this is the we kept this truck signed out. So the other one signed into a Google account. So if you see, it says driver right above the guest trailer.
Yep.
Yeah. This is where, and you were saying when different people get in, they have different modes they want.
Yeah,
so you have different guests. So you could be logged in. Your brother, if he's going to be in your truck, could be logged into his Google account. And he just goes in and selects that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And switch back and forth. So this is where, if you wanted to look what your account was, you could sign in, or the Denali Ultimate's already got all that jazz hooked up.
I don't know if I have my password in my head.
I think I changed mine to some whatever. Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I change mine all the time. Oh, and I was asking about this. So is this trailer light's going to show you on the screen if your lights are working? Very cool.
You can do a trailer light check. Yep.
Yeah, so you can just do it right there. Yeah, wives everywhere are celebrating that one. No more 4 o'clock in the morning getting the boat ready. And then, are these knobs the same knobs as the Denali Ultimate?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the new.
Yep.
And it's just such a tactile feel, look, everything. Just nailed that knob. And then this was the engine start stop, which is on this and Ultimate.
Yep.
Different than otherwise.
AT4 and Denali.
And then there's your lockers there. Downhill assist control, traction
One of the
control.
things we changed about the lockers, used to be rear and front. Now it's rear and both, rather than taking that additional step. Because we always require the rear to be locked to lock the front. So.
And yeah, I think if you lock the, I don't know the situation, you'd lock the front only. Yeah, seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then there's tailgate down button. I will tell you, when I first got in I think it was 19 or whatever when this came out, and I saw that button, I thought that thing was just stupid, absolutely dumb. Dumbest thing ever. Then I had a truck for a week and I was like, that is the smartest damn button I've ever seen. I'm like, son bitch. I use that button all the time. Because you pull up the story like, oh, I need it. I'm gonna have to get it up anyways. Dink.
Yeah.
And then is it on the key fob too?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, walking on the Menards. Dink. It's the dumbest thing.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I love freaking out the old guys though. Like, hey, guess what? Oh my gosh.
It will tell you if your tailgate's down too, won't it?
Yes.
I want to say that was in the previous truck.
Yes.
Oh, on the screen, yeah. The only thing that's
Which, yeah, if you're a truck driver, if you've ever driven off with your tailgate down and not realized it, yeah, it's not cool.
yeah, no.
Leaving a breadcrumb trail of 2x4s behind you.
I find it's Gatorade bottles.
That's, yes, absolutely.
It's always or beer cans or some kind of stuff.
So this interior is very much similar to what you saw in the Ultimate, except for just different like textures, and it does have that full like the leather wrapped IP and the full leather seats.
Yeah.
In this vehicle.
As Kelly kind of mentioned, it's going to read differently though, right? So.
Yeah, it's still an exclusive interior to GMC, but it's treated entirely differently than what the Ultimate is. So this interior is it's more of a tone-on-tone play, so a lot of 50 Shades of Black going on in here. But it's still such premium material. You still have real aluminum, you still have leather wrapping with the stitching and the piping. A lot of secondary detail, debossed in
Yeah, I saw that. Is that?
bolsters.
I mean, on the Denali Ultimate, we have some idea of mountains and things with the Denali. What are we looking at? This just the off-road tread?
I don't think they had any particular thing in mind with this. They just
Okay.
wanted something that felt technical.
Yeah.
Technical grain.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely
Describing it.
has a nice feel to it. I'll open the. Let me show the on camera. Yeah, and then we have the my speaker's bigger than your speaker.
Yep.
So we got that going on. The cross stitching there. I like this cross stitching.
Yeah.
It's neat.
Yeah, and the red accent is pretty cool. You know, when you started realizing that it ties to like the 4 and the AT4.
Yeah,
logos
yeah,
and
no.
The rest of the subtle red theme that goes on through the interior. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then on your seats you still have another red accent stitch around here with a registered perf as well, which is has a very custom feel to it.
I always thought these were gonna bug me when I started looking at the truck, but they really don't.
It seems unnatural, but yeah, your back really
doesn't
touch
feel-
it.
yeah. And then we have the same material here. This is really a neat material.
Leather wrapped console too.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, I think the thing that's nice about it is that it's not trying to be like carbon fiber, it's not trying to fake its way into being something else, right? We're not like trying to make soft carbon fiber, but it's an interesting surface treatment that just kind of speaks for itself.
Well, and it stands out. So I mean, a lot of times it's just one piece of leather or one piece of molded plastic or something. It's something different.
It serves to break up the volume. I mean, this is a huge console.
Oh yeah.
Width-wise, it's monstrous. So if you were to cover this all in just this material, it would feel kind of underwhelming. But to have that secondary read and to divide up the volume like that is
and the nice part too is you have different here and different there. So I have my side and your side, and you don't come to my side.
That's
See,
right.
that works
You
out.
Stay on that side of the little track.
And Kelly, maybe talk a little bit about what that decision was to have the consoles for this versus AT4 and Denali, or versus the other trims you were talking about.
The other trims. Yeah. So you notice in these interiors the console ties into the IP and kind of wraps around. Creates kind of a cockpit around the driver. This is kind of a cue that we pulled out of like luxury vehicles. A lot of our customers will also have like a luxury sedan, so it'd be a 7 Series or a Lexus GS, whatever. This is a pretty common theme within the luxury car realm, and so we tried to pull a few cues out of that they would they would relate to. In fact, we've heard it a lot at clinic, and this is going way back when we'd bring Denali customers in. They were always looking for the flow-in console. And so that was something that we wanted to do here. It's not easy to do in a pickup truck. To execute a console that flows into an IP is fairly difficult because these are two very large components that are trying to live like in very, very close harmony with one another. A lot of trucks will just slide the console under the IP and they kind of float on top of one another.
Right,
to actually attach them is quite a feat itself, and it's really it's good that it's a GMC exclusive thing because that was hard to do. And we didn't shy back from that challenge. So.
All right, one of the things I really like about GM products is, unlike other brands, they think about how you're gonna get in the bed. So not only do we have the adjustable tailgate, right, that drops, and you can drop this end of it. So if you've never seen this before, this end, this opens. So just a bunch of different ideas there. Some people like to use it, some people don't, but what I like, what's simple to use, the big footstep, right? Size 13-inch boot, can fit in there, and then we have the stake pocket holder, so you can actually grab and go up, and even a guy who may be vertically challenged like I am can actually get in the bed. And I don't know why certain brands, I mean, they get rid of stake pockets, you have nothing to grab, so you have to reach like inside the bed and come around and try to hold on to something, and then like in some new trucks in the marketplace, they have no step here. And so it's like trucks have gotten taller. Like, look at this thing. Like how tall I am next to the bed. Okay, so fine, trucks have gotten taller. Just the byproduct of the cabs getting more room, more headroom. They raise the way the cab is, which means the bed has to raise as well for a good visual look. Like if you look at the side, like imagine if this was like down here, it might look a little funky. So fine. You want to make the truck bed taller, fine. I don't like it, but okay. But at least give me a way to get in the truck bed. Yeah, that's a big win. Like, so I don't understand why different brands don't do that, but I really like how GM does that. And you know what I like about it? There's no technology involved. There's no Bluetooth, no wireless, no power. It's just simple. It's built into the bumper. You get in and you use it. Simple works. So I saw this sitting over here and I thought this is maybe a better way to look at it. So this is all materials you have. So there is the Denali, that's on that topographical look of it on the wood. Real wood. Yeah, real wood. And then this is that brushed aluminum around the steering wheel. That looks really good. Feels good too. It's got a really good texture. Again, we have the ultimate badging. That is the GPS coordinates for the Denali. And this is, oh, that's a nice material there. That's like the brushed aluminum that's along the IP. And then this is the double stitching. This is a neat material. It's double stitched together, but I like the stitching. Like sometimes they do a double stitch here. This is the cross stitch. I like that. I like it a lot. And you can see the materials here. And then here is more of the wood materials, real wood, the double stitching there, right? And then there's actually a little screen that shows the interior here. That looks really good. So let's go check out, I think there's a display over here. Sorry, I'm kind of all around in this video because I'm excited to see it. I think it looked really good. I've always been a big fan of GM products. I know people criticize me for being a Ford guy or a Toyota guy or whatever. I like all trucks, and I've always been a big fan of GM stuff. The materials and the design wasn't there. It's here now. They've caught up. So here we go. Here is some more materials. You can see that perforation. This is the seats. You can see this seat stitching, right? This is that material we talked about inside the cabin. It's got a weird texture to it, but it actually feels really good. I kind of wish, and I asked them this, and I kind of wish they would have done like something meaningful with that. Like take the tread pattern off of the tires or something and make that integrated in part of the design. This is just kind of just a design. It's not kind of anything, it's just a design. And so we have some more materials here. This is the headliner material. It's almost like it's a nice suede kind of look to it. I mean, look how nice that is. And yes. I'm talking about headliner materials in a truck. I get it. It's bizarre, but that's where we're at these days. And then here's some material here. It's like a nice wood material. That's inside the cabin. And that nice brushed material, the brushed steel looking stuff. And some carpet there. And then there is the interior here. So it's pre-production color and trim rendering, not product correct. So they're still making changes to this, but that's what it looks like currently. And this is the materials I have. Again, really good stuff. Really liking it. Oh, this is another material here. Yeah, it just feels good. And you know, it's one of those things where, like, if you're gonna spend that much money on this kind of truck, so I don't have pricing yet. Pretty sure they're pretty expensive. I'm gonna get press materials here in a minute, so I should have some pricing. Anyways, let me cut to the chase. When you spend that much money on a truck, these kind of details matter, right? So when I spend money on a truck, I want these details. I want to feel like if I spent my money and I got something for it, even though it is small little detail stuff, but it does make a difference when you own a truck. It's a pride of ownership feature. You feel good about the truck you have. All right, there you go. There's what's new on the GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate and the AT4X. These are new truck trims for them. They're taking that next level step up from the what they have currently, and really trying to attract more of a luxury customer over there, and somebody who really enjoys off-road over here. I mean, massaging seats, heated, cooled. You may think that's a BS thing to have on the trail. Go on a long road trip. Go off-roading for a couple days. Really nice features to have. I'm telling you, that's what it is. I thought they were dumb too, but turns out I actually like them. So hey, make sure to check this video out over here. Website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.